And the global at-home medical test market is booming. According to a 2023 Precedence research report, it's already a $5 billion industry, and it's expected to nearly double by 2032. A national poll on healthy aging from the University of Michigan found that nearly 50% of people ages 40 to 80 had used an at-home test. Of those, 90% who tested for cancer and 55% who tested for an infection actually shared their results with their doctor. We're going to bring in Dr. Frita Fisher, a medical expert in nephrology medicine and pediatrics, to weigh in on this. Hey there, good morning.
Good morning, Anna.
Let's first talk about medical debt. It's such a huge problem in the country. We'll go back to that first. How much do you think these tests can actually make medical care more accessible for a lot of Americans? Maybe they won't even need the tests.
Well, the test can certainly make medical care accessible, but the test cannot be done in a vacuum. These are meant to be in conjunction with a medical doctor's advice, because what happens is if people are doing it themselves at home, they may be actually ordering, in some cases, unnecessary tests, which can lead to more follow-up tests, which can actually make medical care more expensive. And so, yeah, they still need to talk to their doctors.
Yeah, for sure. I think, once the DNA testing started to come out, people started it became more familiar. And then, of course, COVID. But very often you'll get a false positive or a false negative. We had experience with that. A lot of us, I can't count how many tests I took and get administered to my kids and stuff. Do you think they really exploded in popularity because of the pandemic? And what kind of taste in the mouths of Americans do they have left over from that?
Absolutely. A lot of distrust grew during the pandemic. And even before that, there was a lot of situations where people felt like they weren't being heard by their doctors. And so they feel like these home tests are a way to take some type of a control. But as you mentioned, you can get some false positives and you can get some false negatives, meaning you can give yourself a cancer screening test at home. It might be negative, but you could truly have cancer, or there may be a very necessary follow-up test of which you're not aware. So while it's really great in theory, and certainly it's something that can add to medical care, by no means is it a way to get around, going to doctors. I heard in one report where people said, you can be the CEO of your own health. Yes, but it does not replace the medical advice from a physician. So
no, I don't think me getting on Google either, which I very often end up going down that rabbit hole, is any replacement for going to see my physician either. What do people need to consider before taking these at-home medical tests? What are the pros and cons?
So the pros are that if you're curious about something, you can, and you're on the edge on whether you should go to your doctor or not right away, it can give you some type of an ease of mind. For example, if you think you might be pregnant and the pregnancy test is positive, to run to the doctor. If you want to test your blood sugar at home and it's high, that may, further encourage you to go to the doctor. But we know that the American Diabetes Association says that most of these off-the-shelf home blood sugar tests are not nationally approved. So the pros is that it can make you more involved. The con is that it may give you a false satisfaction where you believe that you are healthy when you're not, or it may make you order many, many, many unnecessary tests, which open up more rabbit holes, and it can actually make your health care more confusing.
Yeah, and not the answer for medical debt either, unfortunately. Dr. Frita Fisher, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.